I realized that I had not been exercising. I decided that I was going to set an exercise goal, and at the time I had not been exercising at all.
And when I took my 7 Habits training, I made a goal for myself that I was going to become the most excellent version of myself and to put my health first.
I needed to become more technology savvy. It's always been outside my comfort zone. So I knew that I needed to set a personal goal to not only writing my class notes, but to actually put them on a blog.
Rather than setting a goal for I want to weigh a certain amount, my goal became I want to control the things that I can control, and as my circle of influence grows with the activities and the choices that I make, then my ultimate goal, which is that ideal weight, will be the byproduct of it.
When you set a goal, you're not going to be proficient when you first begin. It takes practice, and that's why we have those action plans that we work towards so that we can become more comfortable to meet our goal.
My action plan has 3 steps. I have this right out here beside my goal so that it keeps me thinking about what the components are that I need to have to be able to be successful with my goal.
So I had my 4 S's, what I call spoons, sips, steps, and scale. I was going to measure how much I drank, measure how much I ate, measure how much I moved, and measure what the scale said. I think focusing on the minuscule goals helps me from feeling like a failure if I don't reach that why by when.
Here's my scoreboard for reaching my goal. And every day I come in, and if I worked out the day before and reached my goal, then I will just stamp on that day. And then at the end of the week, I just check whether I reached it or not so that I can look over time to see how I'm progressing and what my data looks like.
So as the coach of my weight loss journey, I make a scoreboard every day, and on here I have my spoons, which represents the meals, so trying to eat small portions throughout the day. My sips, because water is so incredibly important in order to keep you feeling full and also feeling healthy. My steps, each one of these little tennis shoes represents a burst of energy, an activity that I try to do, something fun that I try to build in throughout my day. And then at the end of each week, I will weigh on the scale, so I'll record my weight. Working on these goals makes this a little less important to me.
My students are great accountability partners. They really ask me questions. Why are you not reaching your goal? What plan can you put in place so that you make sure that you're reaching this goal and you're going to reach it in time?
And on Monday, they would say, Mrs. Clark, I went on our blog, but I didn't see any new news. And I would say, it was a busy weekend and I just didn't have an opportunity to do it. And so we talked about ways that I could make sure that I had our blog up so that they could visit it with their families on the weekends.
I've included the people that I work with, my husband. I have an accountability partner through my 7 Habits training. My doctor is an accountability partner for me.
My students are so proud, and I have such a sense of pride that I was able to learn how to make a blog, that my students are accessing it. They're telling me that their grandparents are reading it.
For somebody who used food as a reward, it was very important that I find some other way to reward myself. So it started with a bracelet that had nothing on it, and every time I hit a new 10-pound weight loss, we added a charm to it. So I currently have 10 charms on my bracelet to represent the amount of weight I've lost to date. As I continue on my journey, it looks like I'm going to have to get a necklace.
At this point in the game, I'm working out 4 to 5 days a week. I've just seen a huge change in my energy and how I feel. If I want my students to be setting goals that are meaningful, that it is my responsibility to model that for them. If I'm not living the habits, I can't effectively teach the habits. If I'm not setting goals and tracking goals, then I can't effectively teach setting goals and tracking goals. And it's really made our classroom a lot closer because it's just a very honest, open conversation about goal setting.